when it comes to analyzing scientific data, there are different kinds of statistical methods that can be used. In psychology, we have the use of descriptive and inferential statistics. So getting into descriptive statistics, this incorporates measures of central tendency and variation. What does that mean? Central tendency incorporates things like mean, median, mode. Mean is when you take the sum of all the values divided by the number of values. Median is the exact midpoint of the full range of values in a set. And then you also have mode, which is the most commonly occurring value in the set. And then we also have range, which refers to the difference between the lowest and highest values. The goal of inferential statistics, on the other hand, is to infer beyond a data set, meaning we want to be able to extrapolate beyond an individual study's data and be able to generalize to other things if possible. What does this mean in practice? Let's say that we have a data set where we have the independent variable, and we can just say it's a continuous variable, independent variable, and then we have the dependent variable, and we can say it's also continuous. If our data set looks like this, where we have a bunch of data points scattered all over, then we can draw a Pearson correlation coefficient line that looks like this. And our Pearson correlation coefficient of R is going to be 0 because there's no correlation between these variables. If, on the other hand, we can take a look at our data set and it looks different, it looks more like this, then we can draw our Pearson correlation coefficient line like that. Our R is roughly 1, which allows us to infer a pretty strong positive correlation between our variables. However, just because we have a good correlation, that does not mean that we can infer causation. We would need other information like a strong experimental study to be able to draw that conclusion. But the correlation itself is still a useful inference for us.